everyone, welcome back. So it's time to check into Biden's week again. This one will go from July 22nd to the 28th. And other than, hats off and kudos to him for everything he's really been bringing through, I'm just going to leave it open and see what might come through for the future. So let me bring it over my table. Be right back. Okay, so I'm using Libby's deck for this reading as well. I just finished Trump's, so this one will be for Joe. Our dear Mr. Biden, Dark Brandon. Anyway, let's see how it's going to go for him this week. July 22nd to the 28th, 2024. If he's going to make any different decisions than he has in the past, I kind of doubt it, but I have to, just let go of my mind and any thoughts I might have about anything, and just ask for the truth. And as you can see, this is a deck I'm using. It's available on Etsy. I think there's 89 or 90 cards. 88 maybe? Ooh, okay, so at the heart of his week, he has, well, on one level, seeing more clearly. I love her illumination and joy. I love that for him as well. But the sun is usually shining the light on something, enlightening us in some way. But it's also a card of major success and accomplishment in the Lenormand. So I'm going to read it that way because that's kind of where my training comes from. Oh yeah, he's going to be out communicating. Looks to me like maybe he's going to pop right back up from the COVID. Of course, he's had he's sad about what he's hearing. He's had the Plaxavid, I guess, already, or at least one dose. Maybe he's getting a series of doses there. And hopefully healing up really quickly. But we'll see. Let's see how this week goes for him. He has a red Corvette, right? That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Aw. Well, that I don't know why the stop card would be there, but let's see. Let's see what else is going on. So he's going to accomplish a lot in creating wealth, not only for the USA, but that translates all over the world. And, the world and just every little drop in the ocean that contributes, all the joy and love that we send to him, I think he's going to feel it. Even though other, news that's out there, and maybe all over the world, brings him some sadness. It's like, come on, man, right? But he does have comfort here coming in. I know he has dogs, but I think they might have cats too. But anyway, I'm just going to go with Libby's meaning for this card, which is comfort. And he does take comfort in working hard, and I think he doesn't like being sick and laying down. None of these cards are challenging except for the confusion and then the stop card. Maybe, well, let me just start over here, and I'll get to that, because to me, this is kind of like more towards the end of the week. So, but starting out the week, he has an abundance of open-hearted wealth inside of him, and he'll do his best to communicate that. He might communicate a little bit about how sad he is about what has gone on. And because, when you're sick, you don't feel as, well, nobody feels very good when they're sick. But when you're sick, it's harder to stay, positive. But still, these cards look pretty good. But it might be that he, opens his heart and says yes to feeling all of his sadness. And then that in turn helps to heal, it creates more vitality in his body. Because whenever we block off our, feelings, we're blocking off our life force. And maybe there's something in that for him this week, that he experiences growth and health by feeling his feelings. And it might be that he's, well, oh my goodness, he has, those 4 planets in Scorpio, so I'm pretty sure he's good at feeling. And his moon's in Taurus. That's a very sensitive placement. So I think he is brave in his loving, and I think he is brave in trying to get the wealth coming into our country. And climate, this could be for climate change as well, trying to drum up money. Maybe something comes through that helps with climate change, because I know he's been working on that. And something comes through really quickly. Now, maybe there's a lot of fast talk is what I'm hearing. Fast talk, but it's not much. And it does make him sad, just a little, right? Because we've got the small little bit right here. But he's going to achieve a lot, work hard work, and keeping busy. So I don't see him down long. So that's good. I'm really happy to see that. The people across the water, and every little blue drop, every little blue vote, I think the people some of them are afraid, and that's the convoluted, confusing energy this week. But it might be that it's his karma and his destiny to just, stop that confusion over time, right? That time will stop the confusion. So, yeah, I know what the sadness is about. It's about, I think this might have to do with Obama, who used to be a big comfort for him, saying that he should step down. And maybe Obama didn't call him directly or talk to him directly, but he said it to someone else, and maybe it leaked out. I don't know if you guys set me straight on that. If you know, was it an announcement that he made in public, or did he say it to someone else? Or did he ask to get the message? I mean, he could call him directly. My goodness. They probably text each other all the time. So that's probably what the sadness is about. But the 4 corners here are telling me that he holds strong to his faith, and he has great courage in the abundance of the USA, and actually the whole world, because he's connected with all these different foreign leaders. So there's an abundance there, but then there's all this other confusion that by the end of the week will stop. So we're going to have to wait till end of the week, end of the month, and then all this will stop probably. I do believe the Democratic National Convention is early August, I think. Set me straight if I'm wrong on that as well. And, once that happens, whomever they're going to put in there, and he's the one that has to say no. He's the one that has to step down. Those are the rules. So I don't see him stepping down here. I don't see him saying no. I don't see, there are so many other cards in this deck that, like if he were having trouble, he might be, we might be seeing loss. We've got the out card. We don't have that. We don't have flipping, leaving. Yeah. We just don't. This looks pretty good. Just for good measure, let me go ahead and use the Lennies as well. And I think I'll use this deck. Let me get the cards shuffled here. And we'll see what this deck says about his week. So Joe Biden. Joe Biden. How you be, man? How's it gonna go? July 22nd through the 28th, 2024. And actually, let's extend it out a little bit to see, is he just going to for sure stay in the race? Will he step down? Well, now, how to phrase the question? Well, the cards will show. If he's going to leave or if he's going to stay, they'll show. So let's just go with that. Right there. Okay. Okay, so there's something with the money flow. That would be Jill. That's interesting. Yeah, and the heart's there. Oh, and all the heart connections. The money flow. So maybe the money flow into his campaign is going to get better. I think he lost some big money donors that were kind of promised. That's probably what that is. Oh yeah, and then here we have the fish. That's also about money. Yeah, he has some money obstacles. But what if he just had all the little money, and what if he didn't have to go out and do so darn much? Let Trump go and do his rally. Let Trump do what Trump does, because that's just, the way it is. And, yeah, I don't see him leaving. I see challenges and obstacles. But, what if we all did the little money, little donations that we can, and there are so much more of those, and ours are clean, Trump's are coming from foreign countries and money laundering, so it doesn't matter how much money, it matter. Our vote is what matters. They can't buy us, right? They can try to influence us, but they can't buy us. Trump, he's got a bunch of bought and paid for cronies. So anyway, with Biden, the money flow is something that he's going to have to fight for. He has. This is sad. He has some secret predatory people that are in there, giving Trump money. That's what this is here. But Trump's at a crossroads, and this, this is on Biden, so I can't do it that way. Let's forget that this is Trump, even though it's a card 45. This has to do with him still needing to rest. And I think it's Jill that he's deeply connected to, and she might have to roar a bit, this diagonal down here, and say, lay down and get your rest, because your body's still healing. She's going to stop from him pushing himself, and he'll listen to her. And he is going to attract money and be awarded money. So, and it might have something to do with Jill, and I don't know how, but there's that. Let's see. Jill is going to just throw the mirror in his face if he doesn't get the rest. She's gonna throw some water on him or something, I don't know. But there's some reflection here that he needs from her that he wouldn't give himself and it has to do with him taking better care of himself. So there's that. Okay. Yeah, and maybe it's not outright money, but it's some type of an abundance that's tangible that he can count on, and that has to do with Jill, right? Now, let's see, what else? This is a burden that's painful. The money, bringing the money in, the money connections that he's been cut off from for now are causing him some pain. It's kind of a painful reality. And now also, this is him. Now it's a burden and it's pain and there's grief. But this is him also taking self-responsibility. Like that's his cross to bear. And he has a tremendous amount of faith. So that's what's going to help him work things out. A faithful heart. And this is Jill with her faithful heart. And also his wisdom. He has faith in his wisdom. He has faith in Jill. Jill's going to be supporting him. And there's that. Then towards the end of the week, she'll be nurturing him, at home. No fire, I doubt, because it's it's summer and it's awful ridiculously hot. But this is the home and hearth. Then later on in the week, I think that he might be really wanting to get out. Actually, let me read the four corners. Okay. Secret, I think money, secret donors attracted to him will just keep whipping it up and putting it in there. That's the important thing. So we're not really to worry about the money because it could come through a lot of small donations, and the big money donors could come back later once they realize he's not backing down. I don't see him leaving. If he were leaving, we would have, the coffin cart or the scythe. I don't see him leaving, but I don't have the anchor either. But this is, safe. The safe card is something solid and safe that you can count on. That's Jill, of course, because she's here. But this could also, on another level, it would kind of go against my natural rules, but it's possible that I could say that this is all the money, the feminine vote, the feminine, donations for him, the female donors, contributors. Yeah. Even if they're short term, even if it's a little amount, a small amount, little and small amount, it could be a lot of new, heartfelt donors that are, feminine, from the feminine side, that turn out to really be important, and it's what unlocks, the key to the whole issue. But also towards the end of the week, he is going to have to minimize his new, getting out, and there's trouble here if he doesn't address his health. There's trouble. Like his lesson now, and I've gotten that by looking at his astrology too. Now that I'm thinking about it, and I think it came through a couple weeks ago, maybe even last week too, that he really needs to address he's got to get more rest. And not go out and talk so much, and not do everything that his young, administration wants him to do. Let them go out and talk for him. He's good at delegating. So, but then because he had that one terrible debate, which was awful because he was sick, who can think well and be, especially when it's late at night, and be at your best when you have a head cold. You just can't. So, yeah. So he's still having to learn. And maybe by the end of the week he does. Maybe by the end of the week he definitely gets it in figures it out, you know. Number one, he's older. But number two, like, I mean, he's wiser. Like, have faith in your wisdom is what's going on here. But yeah, but he's still clearing, like trying to beat out of his system. He's getting things done, tons of actions that he wants to do. But later on in the week, it looks like it's minimized because he needs to lay down and rest. And maybe there's a retreat that he can kind of, or this would just be probably retreating into himself, a new level of retreat in. Just for a short term, just for a short amount of time. On another level, this could all be, because this is my Putin card, this could be him getting some new information about Putin and taking action to block Putin's toxicity. Because it's Putin's playbook, you know, that's coming out of Trump's mouth constantly. So, okay, well, I'm going to get this uploaded and send you guys lots of love. And take good care. Join us tomorrow on a live stream with Lisa and Lori at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern, and, you know, adjust accordingly. If you're in between, you probably are. Okay, bye, you guys.